Hello. It's been quite a bit of time since I've posted anything drifting related. There's been a fair bit going on in my personal life, some pretty serious health issues that I had to deal with, but long and the short is we're on the backside of that now, and here we are with two cars next to us. So got rid of the 31 wagon. It was quite sad to see it go. It's gone to a good home. I probably couldn't be any happier with who's bought it and what they're going to do with it, so I really look forward to seeing it again. I just lost interest in it as time went on. Probably overdid it a bit, went a bit too crazy with power. It was just costing way too much to run, so it ended up taking the fun out of it, as well as I think primarily doing the competition driving. It sort of ended up being a bit more of work than it was fun, which, what's the point in drifting if it's not for fun, right? So pretty much where we are now is we picked up this pearler of a weapon. It is going to be the seat time car. The idea with it is I've been trying to hunt around for something to sort of just be a nice solid seat time car. I did go from the E36, which the plan with that was to chuck a Barra in and all of that, but it just wasn't the car for me. I don't think I was quite in the right state of mind to be building a car, so I'd sort of moved that one on. Then I went and grabbed an AU because they're proven, they're shown to be quite the reliable, quite the solid drift car for an entry level thing, as well as competitively. And again, it just wasn't quite for me. So even though I thought I was free from the old R31s, here we are again. I've been looking for quite some time for something that was set up and already had all the bits and pieces, but not too far gone and not too overbuilt. This has got all the right sort of bits. It does need a little bit of work to get it cleaned up and sort of where it needs to be, but nothing too major. Speaking of major, I've made a terrible decision and decided that I want to drift a Forester. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I do want to keep the motor in there, just because you can't beat the sound of one, in my opinion. It is actually currently rear-wheel drive, so it was all a bit of a trial and error process, which was purely for my own sort of interest, I guess. But yeah, it's been pretty cool, except for broken about 2 axles within about 2 minutes, I guess, more or less, of being rear-wheel drive, which it was known that they weren't going to hold up from the get-go. But that's fine. So I have been looking for a Forester for quite some time. Anyone that knows me for a long time has known that it's been something that I've always wanted to do. I just love the cars, and there's a great community around the Foresters, and I just think it'll be cool because, I just have to do something a little bit different, and it causes me a lot of pain and misery, and it's going to be a lot of time and effort, but it's also going to be really good, and I can take all of the things from the wagon that I probably did wrong, or maybe inexperienced, or whatever it may be, and I can use all of that to build a solid car out of this thing. So that's going to be really cool. I do have a plan with it, and I had certain criteria for what I had to buy, and it had to be automatic and it had to be turbo. That was about the extent of it, and it obviously had to fit the price range, which was very small. It's not saying auto. I'm going to go into more detail when I can draw up a bit of a sort of flow chart of how the car's going to work in terms of the build and the process, because there is some sort of a methodical plan in place. And it's pretty much at the point now where I can sort of tuck this thing away and start doing the hard yards, which there's a lot of fab work involved, which is going to be really cool. It's a lot of stuff that I haven't done before that I really am willing to try and want to have a good crack at. So a lot of it is to make a solid, reliable car that can also be a solid, reliable competition car. The 31 is just going to be a fun car. It just is to bring it back to the roots of just driving with mates and having fun and just doing laps all day, because that's probably what I miss the most out of competition driving. So I'm really looking forward to having this on the go while building this up at the same time. So there's a fair bit to do, there's a fair bit involved, but I don't think it'll be too long at all until we can get back on track and have fun again. So really looking forward to it. Just thought it would be worth giving a bit of an update on everything. I've had to use my phone to record because it turns out the microphone and my camera might not be all that great. Not that I've had to redo this and spend an extra, couple of hours because of it. But anyway, here we are. So thanks for watching. Hope you're interested to see what's coming up, and we'll see you soon.